Hey guys, so I wanted to show you my updated Syncron deck. It's been a while. I don't remember how long it's been since I uploaded a video, let alone showed you my updated Syncron deck. It's not that different from the previous iterations of the deck. However, the skill was updated to make the deck a little bit nicer. I'm not gonna lie to you. When I saw the skill buff, I saw everybody was like, "Damn, finally this skill's gonna be broken." Skill's already broken. All right, skill's been great. The buff doesn't even really help the deck. It's nice. It is very nice, but it doesn't help that deck as much as people think it does. But you know, let me just show you what the skill is in case you're unaware. So essentially, you start the duel with junk converter and grave. Yes. What does that mean? I have a monster in my grave, bro. Like, what good does that do me? So my main strategy is essentially to get myself a junk synchron in hand. I have effectively 9 copies in my deck. So I've got 1, 2, 3 junk synchron, 1, 2, 3 tuning to search junk synchron, and 1, 2, 3 junk converter to search junk synchron. So 9 copies. I'm gonna get it, man. I'm gonna get it. And if I don't get it, then it just means Konami doesn't like me. And if they don't like me, there's nothing my deck building could have done about it anyway. But essentially what Junk Synchron does, if you're unaware, is on normal summon, I get to revive a level 2 or lower monster. Damn. It's crazy. Because Converter's level 2. But then what? So Converter's a non-tuner. Junk Synchron is a tuner. 3 plus 2 equals 5. Cool. I can make a level 5 synchro. Bonkers, dude. Level 5 synchros. Who gives a damn? Who gives a damn? But that's not all. Junk Converter has an effect when it uses synchro material. I get to revive a tuner. So, I could revive Junk Synchron, make a level 8. Suddenly, seems like it's kind of a good play. Sounds like it's good now. 1 card level 8? That's not all. If I have Jet Synchron in the grave, let's say I revive that instead, I can make a level 6. Also a pretty good level. I could turn it into Brianek to bounce the field in OTK. And what's especially nice about this is if you use Jet Syncron as synchro material, you get to search for a junk monster. So it's like you're getting like free Brianek discard fodder by using this. So on top of whatever other cards you have in hand, so it's going to be very easy to wipe your opponent's field to OTK. But yeah, essentially the main play, level 8 synchro, right? Go into Stardust Dragon, activate the next part of the skill. Okay, the next part of the skill makes it truly broken. It was already broken enough as it is, just being able to make a level 8, alright? With just 1 card, just 1 junk synchron. So, it essentially, if you control specifically Stardust Dragon, you can put Formula Synchron on the field. Hold on, let me show you Formula Synchron. So, you don't actually have to synchro summon it, you just play it from outside your extra deck. Not even in your extra deck. So, it won't get its one summon effect of drawing a card. It sucks, but yeah. We're getting it for free, so who are we to complain? But essentially, as a quick effect on your opponent's main phase, you can just synchro summon using it and another monster you control as synchro material. So, quick synchro, you know, some of you might remember this exact play in the 5Ds anime. That's what the skill is essentially trying to do. In the anime, you use Formula Synchron with Stardust Dragon to summon Shooting Star Dragon and kill the Mech Lord guy. Except, it's not just the Mech Lord guy you're going to be killing, especially with the next portion of the skill. The next portion of the skill is essentially what is new about the deck. I made some adjustments, some like ratios and stuff, but like the new part of the deck is essentially When you have Stardust Dragon and you use the effect to summon Formula Syncron from outside your deck or whatever, you don't have to. In fact, sometimes you shouldn't, but you can put 3 really shit tuners on the top of your deck. Shit tuners. I know they're shit, so you don't really want them. But why would I do that? What's so good about putting shit tuners on your deck? The thing is, you're putting them on top of your deck. And Shooting Star Dragon has an effect to excavate the top 5 cards of your deck. And it can attack this turn up to the amount of tuners you found. So bare minimum, if you want to attack with this guy the turn you summon him, he can attack 3 times with 3,300 attack. It's kind of hard to survive. And if they do survive, it's going to be hard to crack back. Because that's not all this dude does. He also negates destruction, and he also can negate an attack. Doesn't even matter if he's the attack target. He can negate an attack and a destruction. And he can't negate a bounce. He can't negate a banish. He can't negate a flip. There's like most of the removal in Duel Links, it can't negate. But better than nothing, alright? Better than nothing. It's an OTK machine. In my previous versions of the deck, it was not an OTK machine. Because in my opinion, it being an OTK machine did not validate putting shitty tuners in your deck. I would much prefer to win the game with a good main deck than to like occasionally OTK some dude. I'm pessimistic. If I play an OTK deck, I'm gonna go first. It's just, and you might always go second if you're playing an OTK deck. That's you, bro. I'm not that lucky. So essentially, because it's so easy to do that, because it's so easy to just make my big old synchro and just, attack for game. Or if it's turn 1, just have my starter sitting there with formula, waiting to dodge removal on my opponent's turn, and negate an attack, you know what I mean? Like, guaranteed most of the time to keep me alive. That's essentially the main combo, but the fact that we can do this all with a single card combo, it means that the rest of our deck can be whatever, you know what I mean? Because a 1-card combo essentially means you have more access to staples, and staples are staples for a reason. They're good as hell. So, got the 3 books. I mean, they're prismatic, bro. Just don't worry about it. I mean, you don't have 3 prismatic books, but you don't have to have prismatic. It's just that you want to be as cool. And then also the MSTs, treacherous is out there. You know what I mean? You don't want to get booked by your opponent either. You can play through back row, all right? You can do it. It's just you prefer to have life be easier. But how the hell do I play through back row if my combo is so interruptible? This one. The best card in the deck. I cannot search this card, but it's the best card in the deck. You essentially can summon with like ignoring summoning conditions, a synchro Stardust from your extra deck by banishing materials from your grave. It is not counted as a tribute. It's not counted as a synchro summon, but who cares? Because you're summoning Stardust. It does negate the effect of the thing you're summoning, but the main thing is you're getting it on board. We don't play Stardust Dragon because of its effect. When Stardust Dragon came to Duel Links in 2018, nobody was playing it because its effect sucks in Duel Links. I know it was played in the TCG for years. Alright? In Duel Links, it always sucked ass. You just beat over it. You just remove it by some other means. Stardust, oppressive, powerful ass boss monster in the TCG for years on end. First day Duel Links, bad. Nah, never played it. So, we're not summoning it. But it's still my favorite card. It's still my favorite card, which is why I got a prismatic. But yeah. little rant aside, if you happen to have this card, it allows extension plays. If you already have your combo set up, you can summon this for damage. Um, you know, it's cool. I happen to have opened a prismatic one. I didn't shell out for this. I was just lucky. I shelled out for Stardust, but I didn't shell out for this. But I love it. I mean, damage is important, and if you book it and then flip it back up, it gets its effect of being unaffected again, which is awesome. But mainly, if you open with your Necroid Synchro, you can synchro into this to remove your opponent's things on yours or your opponent's turn. We got so many spells, right? We're going to trigger it, and if not the opponent triggering it, we're bouncing our opponent's stuff for an OTK or for an interruption. We're looking pretty nice. So the reason we don't always do that is because Stardust into Shooting Star is pretty much guaranteed either OTK or guaranteed survival, which is essentially what this deck is aiming to do. Turn 1, you OTK or you survive, so that turn 2 you can follow up with a Brio, probably, just win, remove of the field and win. Because with the amount of starters we have in the deck, it's likely that we're going to have the second starter to follow up. It's a very simplistic game plan, but at the end of the day, this is Duel Links. So yeah, summon your Cyber Slash. If you have Necroid Synchro, then use Necroid Synchro to summon Stardust and summon Formula. Set back row. Your opponent is going to have a little bit of a rough one dealing with you. Must keep in mind, always keep in mind, Necroid Synchro negates the monster it summons. Don't try to activate Stardust Dragon if your opponent tries to destroy something if you summon your Stardust with Necroid. But yeah, that's enough rumbling. Let's just get into these games, shall we? Alright, here we're going against Fluffles. They're going first. I'm aware that Fluffles are going second deck, but they can set up a pretty good surviving board. They tend to play Kyroid. If you can OTK through Kyroid, then I feel like the fact that you're going against a going second deck, while it isn't as impressive as going against a going first deck, it is at least, relevant. This deck chews through Kyroid. It makes Kyroid look like Spear Karibo, with how unplayable it is against this particular deck. If he has Kyroid, I'm still gonna attack 3 times with my he knows he's not surviving. I believe this game was against Ultra Athletes. Very cool deck. They're able to put up an Omni Negate. It's a discard Omni Negate, but in Duel Links, a discard Omni Negate is like the only Omni Negate you're gonna get. No Monster Duel. We don't just have Baron, Savage, you know what I mean? But we bait it out, we go full combo, we just go for the OTK Shooting Star play. It's very easy games some of the time because of the skill buff. Generally, it used to be a little bit more of a thought-provoking deck to play, but now that we can OTK out the ass, it doesn't matter. Alright, here we're going against the Galaxy Eyes deck. I don't know necessarily what to call it. The Xyz, the Xyz Galaxy stuff, you know what I mean? Summoning rank 8s out the ass. But yeah, we have the full combo that we want here. We're gonna Cyber Slash, gonna Necroid into Shooting Star Road, not put shit tuners on the top of the deck. Set Book of Moon, we have essentially, technically speaking, 3 interruptions. Here we use a couple of them, we bounce a card, we book a card, they econ take, we synchro, we normal summon something, attack for game. Very easy. Alright, I believe here I'm going against another Fluffle deck. I could be wrong though. I'm pretty sure. So we don't have the full combo here, but I should say you can opt to, if you want, summon what's it called? Your Cyber / Harpy Lady instead of making the Stardust play. I just feel like if you don't make the Stardust play as your first move, you probably never will. And Cyber / Harpy Lady, while it is actually an interruption, like 90% of the time, is more susceptible to Book of Moon, the most played quick play in the game. So I want to be a bit safer. I'm trying to guarantee my survival, so next turn I can win. I remember here, I just MST'd. I think he might have had a bad hand. I think you really needed that discard draw. He just scoops it up. Yeah, MST's kind of good this format, to be honest. So we're going against Blue Eyes here, and they, you know, we don't have full combo, but we have Stardust. You know what I mean? We have follow-up, we got back row. They didn't do anything, and to me, I look at their extra deck at 10 and the main deck of a decent size, and I'm like, you gotta have something. I feel like he's gotta have something. He's just probably got Kairoy, which he does. So I set up for, I set up my Cyber / to interrupt him. He happens to have his alternative. That alternative is so bad against his deck that I can just negate him. He sets back row, I pop it, I OTK, I win. It's free wins out here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Is this deck just that good? It is very good. Okay, it is very good. But I can't lie. All right, Duel Links isn't as competitive as it was, say, a year ago, because I think a lot of the best Duel Links players went to Master Duel. But there's still a lot of fun to be had in Duel Links if you look for it. That's why I'm playing Synchrons, my favorite deck. All right, so that's the deck. It's my favorite deck in Duel Links at the moment. Very easy wins. OTKs out the ass. Disruptions. A decent amount of disruptions for Duel Links. Good going first and going second. That is not something that just any deck can do in Duel Links. Decks are often hyper focused on one or the other, with staple cards that help them survive if they're an OTK deck, or board breaker cards that happen to also be interruptions if you're a going first deck. This deck is you're going first, but you're going second because you're going first. Because you're going first to survive, then going second to OTK, or you go second and just kill them, because Book and MST are just that versatile. If you don't like playing lots of staples like this, you can find other Synchron variants. I just believe that this is the most competitive version. If you feel differently, that's cool. This is just the deck I have the most experience with in recent years, so yeah, I just have a lot of feelings towards my pet deck here. And this is essentially the way I've always been playing it. I have, switched around the ratios for the spell traps, but the monster lineup has pretty much been the same the whole time I've been playing. The extra deck needs 2 more slots. I need a 3rd level 5 and a Vermilion. Nami, if you're watching, give me 2 more slots. I'll be a happy camper. Synchro decks are we don't have enough slots to synchro. I essentially can do up to 2 plays with this deck. That's the weakness. I can do 2 big plays with this deck, not including Necroid. So yeah, if you like the video, subscribe if you're new, or if you don't like the video, piss off.